What is going on today, guys? Tomcat here, and today we are back in Spin Tires, and today we're going to be continuing our adventure with the Sterling, which has actually been really highly requested. And but before we get into that, I did want to give you guys a quick update because I know a lot of people are going to be asking what happened to the Dodge. And let me go ahead and set this truck up first, and then I'll get I'll get into the story. So, as far as what we need to do now, I'm probably just gonna do a finish this off with a logging mission because I know more people wanted to see more stuff with this truck. So I'm probably just gonna get a log trailer, and we're gonna go ahead and set off. Let's see, what's our prerequisite for that? There, okay. Yeah, that's our prerequisite for that. So now, what happened to the Dodge? Because anybody that follows me on Instagram knows that the Dodge is, well, we're not quite driving it right now, and there's a reason for that. Now, basically, what happened was, and I'm not actually gonna release where it happened, but basically, what happened was there was an off-roading trail / spot, and the entrance to it is a little bit soft, a little bit muddy, and the ruts were moderately deep. So we go ahead, we drive the truck in, or I drove the truck in, and made it through just fine, had no issues with traction, no issues with height, everything made it through just fine. You know, and then came back, there was someone actually stuck out in the mud hole. And the thing is, it's not really a mud hole, it's just like a little section with ruts, and there just happened to be, like, you know, some water and some mud in it. Anyway, went to pull them out, and it turns out the ruts that they had created were so deep that when I went to go back through, I actually could not get out. I was completely stuck. And after finding out that I had gotten completely stuck, just to kind of add a little bit on top of that, my driver's side tire actually popped off the wheel. Now, I'm not sure what happened actually to the tire. I'm not sure if the tire actually has a hole in it or if it actually just popped off the rim completely. We're going to figure that out later. It looks like it actually popped off the rim completely. And before anybody goes, you know, to the comments saying how Dodges are terrible off-road, or about how whatever truck was terrible off-road, or about how it was a terrible idea, there's a lot of things that, yeah, there were a lot of things to learn from this. There really, really were a lot of things to learn from this. And I kind of, yeah, you know, you feel bad. You feel really bad when you see your truck get, carted off by a tow truck. But it was kind of an experience to where it was just like I kind of wanted that night to end. I wanted that night to be over with. And eventually it was. And thankfully, the truck is now at a friend's shop. Everything's being taken care of, and everything should be good to go again pretty soon. Just got parts ordered, and it actually didn't tell you guys what happened completely, but I have parts ordered. Let's see. Oh, we don't want to do that. We don't want to spawn those. Well, do we have to? I guess we do. Oh crap! I don't have one of the booms for that. That sucks. We're gonna have to go, let's see. Oh, logs, kiosk, and lumber. I gotcha. So, the logs, kiosk, and the lumber are different things. Didn't realize that. Okay, let's go. So basically, what needs to happen is I've got a new wheel on the way, I've got a new tire on the way, and I've got a new steering arm on the way because one of the steering arms... Oh, really? Are you kidding me? I can't go out this way? Tell you what, I'm gonna go out this way. I don't care. I'm going out this way. Oh yeah. Don't even care. I'm going out this way. Anyway, one of the steering arms actually snapped in half, and thankfully I'm actually gonna be replacing that with a much stronger steering arm. But that was a little bit of a, like, the tire popping off the wheel was the first thing to happen, and then the steering arm snapped in half, and at that point I was kind of past upset. I was just kind of like, I wanted that night to end. I mean, the night ended with me dropping the truck off, you know, at 2:30 in the morning, seeing it being dropped off the back of the tow truck at 2:30 in the morning with no steering, and, you know, it was just a horrible night. Let me leave it at that. It was just an absolutely horrible night. There was some of the off-roading was kind of fun until I got stuck, but that was probably the most horrible thing that had happened in a long time. Anyway, I don't want to dwell on that. What I want to kind of, but what I do want to get across to you guys is that it is being fixed. It should be, hopefully, if everything comes in time, it'll be fixed by the end of this week. And once it's back on the road, it's not going off-road again. Now that it's back on the road, and once it's fixed, and I've got everything, you know, all the new parts get put on there, and once it's good to go, it's. I mean, say what you will, but it's going to be a pavement princess from now on. I mean, I'm going to get, although I will actually reveal to you guys that I am going to be getting a wheeling rig, an actual off-road rig. I can't quite tell you what it is yet, but that's going to be next on the list. And, I mean, yeah, I may have a broken truck right now, but, I mean, all things considered, it's way better. All things considered, the outcome is way better than it could have been. And to be brutally honest, I mean, it's when you think of everything that, like, when I thought of everything after the fact that could have happened, I actually made it out kind of lucky. So I consider myself lucky with what actually happened in the end. Now, I have to do this on video, and I have to say this on video, but my good friend of mine, Travis, which he's the leader of the club Southern City Jeepers down in Georgia. If it wasn't for him, my truck may have still been in that hole today. And I just want to thank him so much, because I know he's watching right now, and I know he's a huge subscriber. And what I want to really say to him is just the fact that, I think, actually, first of all, I think the lumber is that way. But what I want to say to him is just the fact that I was almost in disbelief when I called him up and I said, hey, what should I do? I'm here, I'm completely stuck, and I don't know what to do. You know, what do you think I should do? And literally, he said, stay right where you are. I'll be there within an hour and a half. And he showed up along with 4 other Jeeps, and they showed up. All of them hooked their winches to me and ended up pulling me about 3/4 of the way out. And right when we were 3/4 of the way out, that was when my steering arm snapped, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to drive it anywhere. And that was when we called the tow truck. So it was a bit of a bad situation on one hand, but on the other hand, I had no idea that the Jeep community would have been that willing to come out and help me in the middle of the woods in the middle of the night. And to be fair, it's just the fact that I have him to thank for that is just, it's huge. It's absolutely huge. And the fact that one of you guys, a subscriber that I was able to, like, a subscriber that I met on, like, you know, like a Jeep trail ride, you know, what was it, maybe a month ago, 3 weeks ago, that I was able to meet up with him again, like, to give him a call, and him and 4 other Jeeps showed up and basically rescued me. It was absolutely insane, absolutely ridiculous, and I have, like, nothing but good things to say about him and his Jeep club. It's just what an incredible thing it was that they were willing to come out, because if they didn't come out, the situation would have been way different, way different. And to any of those guys that are watching right now, I mean, I want you all to know how thankful I am for each and every one of you. It's just absolutely incredible. And I know that I may have gotten a little bit I may have gotten a little bit iffy the other night, but if this is, again, to any of those guys that were there, if they're watching right now, I know it may have gotten a little bit iffy the other night, but it all came out pretty all right in the end. And, you know, even though the truck did break some parts, hey, if you go off-road and you put yourself in that kind of situation, I'm going to say it right now, I do apologize. Sorry to my younger viewers, but shit happens. It really does. Shit happens if you go off-road. Even if you don't go off-road, you know, you don't know, and you don't know what might end up happening. And unfortunately, I mean, what happened, but, you know, we move on, we fix it, and we move on. So that's where I am right now, and that's where the truck is right now. And as long as we move on from it, everything's going to be okay. So I know a lot of people were really, really worried that saw the post on Instagram, and I just kind of wanted to clear as much up as I could and allow you guys to know that everything was okay. Because after posting those things on Instagram, kind of in a panic, I know it probably wasn't the best thing to do, but, and before you guys go, before any of you guys in the comments go off like crazy about how it was, horrible and idiotic and like the worst thing I could have possibly done, yeah, I understand. I realize it wasn't the smartest thing to do at all, but hey, I guess we all learn some way sometimes. Oh God. We all learn certain things a certain way sometimes, but anyway, we're going to go ahead and pick up some lumber, and that story will be that. But if you guys want to know anything more about it a little bit more in detail, then let me know in the comment section below, because I will actually show you guys some before and after pictures once it's fixed, because it's in a bit of a bad way right now. It's covered in mud. It's sitting at the shop, but once it's good, the plan is for it to be all done and look pretty much the same, if not better than it did before, because not only am I having that stuff done, I'm also having the truck fully detailed. So, and I know that these guys that I've got it with are actually really good at detailing, so once it's done, it should be in a much better way than it was before. Let's see if we can get that over. Oh God. And you know what? I think it was the final thing that kind of made me finally realize that I need to seriously investigate a proper off-roading rig if I plan to do any more off-road stuff. Because if I keep using something like that, if I keep using a regular full-size pickup, it's not really going to work out very well. God, how can I position this thing properly? It keep asking me, it's like, oh, position your truck properly. Okay. Yeah, position properly. Gotcha. I don't know what else you want me to do, bruh. Oh, come on. Jeez, I hope I don't have to edit this out, because, jeez, this is a lot of, like, just driving around just to have to load some lumber. This has got to be the most difficult thing in spin tires, positioning your truck properly. Has got to be the trickiest thing pretty much in the whole game. More difficult than the hardest map in the game. Oh my God! Gotta move in little tiny increments. Oh my God! Are you this stubborn? Are you really this stubborn? Still trying to reposition. Good grief. Are you good? No, you're not. God, that's annoying. That is so annoying. What are you doing? Every single time I move. Every single time I move. I tell you what, I know how to fix this. I think. At least I have somewhat of an idea on how I might fix this. We're going to have to drive out, turn around, and drive back in. And I know that that's going to take a little while, but... Well, actually, no, because the road's right there. We can just whip the thing around. Actually, we'll just do a loop. We'll just go right through here, do a loop, come back, and it should be okay. And it should allow me to have that angle, or to have that angle that I need. I'm really glad that trailer folds in the middle. Makes it a whole hell of a lot easier to use. Oh, yeah. Made the turn, no problem. It's a tighter turning radius than my Dodge. Alright, we'll get this thing back in here and try to straighten that trailer out. Yes! Success! Oh my god, success! Finally! Oh my god! Holy crap, thank you. Thank you. Wow, thank you. Now I just don't know what I'm going to do. I just don't know how I'm going to get the thing turned around. Actually, I might drive up here and see if I can fit the trailer back into the other side of the logging area. Oh, I'm turning the wrong way. I'm turning the wrong way. I'm completely turning the wrong way. There. Yes. Come on, come on, come on. There you go. There you go. Alright, sweet. Now we can just drive this thing back out the other way, and we'll all be good to go. But if you guys want to know more about what happened, I mean, you guys can ask me in the comments below. And, because I know I posted a couple of crazy pictures on Instagram, and then just posted a picture of me, like, just doing tricks, like, at the gymnastics gym, so it was kind of a weird transition. But, yeah, that's what happened. And it's a little bit unfortunate, but I guess, again, like I said, shit happens, and we move on. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to leave me a like. Tell me in the comment section down below what you guys thought of it. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe for more. And I will see you guys in the next one. Talk to you guys later, and I hope you guys enjoyed.